What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today, and today we're going plane spotting at Indianapolis International Airport for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome to Indianapolis International Airport, where today we'll be plane spotting here for the first time. IND is quite a cool airport, and we got a bunch of various planes to take a look at, some really cool captures, and overall just a fantastic time. So I really hope all of you are excited for this. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll scroll back to get started with when we arrived on Friday night, the day before this plane spotting session took place, which was going to be Saturday, May 19th, 2023. You can see here they have a really cool Boeing 727-100 out in the middle of the airport. This is to the northeast of the concourses. Overall, I thought that was really cool, so I was very glad to get to see that, and we'll get more captures of that coming up, so stay on the lookout for that. But overall, I thought that was really cool. So very cool to highlight by starting with a preserved Boeing 727 and then a really cool haze sunset from that evening. I also thought was worth taking a picture of on my DSLR, so that's what you have right there. Next, we have a really cool highlight when we got to the parking garage to begin this plane spotting session. This is an MSC Air Cargo Boeing 777 freighter. So these fly here various times a week, about twice a week or so, along with some 747s that they get. Indianapolis is a big cargo hub for FedEx, and of course, other carriers like MSC Air Cargo have huge operations here. So we'll get various shots of this throughout the day. But this is a super cool aircraft to start with all the beautiful green scenery around. Overall, I thought this was really cool. So certainly a very cool capture to start the video, and overall looking really good. IND is home to ERJ 175s. We're going to see them everywhere, beginning with this United Republic example right there. And then, like I said, FedEx has a huge operation, so we're going to see some of their aircraft today in upcoming plane spotting sessions here. Here's a Boeing 767-300 freighter and a McDonnell Douglas MD-11. So very cool to start out with those aircraft right there. What did I just say? Here's the American Eagle ERJ 175, also for Republic. You also see this AAR facility back here. We'll get a bunch of cool captures from there too. So overall, IND has some really cool components to their airport. So here come the 175s, and then just speaking of AAR, there are the P-8 Poseidons that they work on. So that's really cool. So certainly very glad to get to check that out, along with some other 737s for this BBJ, and then we got the Southwest Max. So overall, looking really good. And there's out of FedEx, and then here come the 175s, looking really nice. The angles are really cool from the parking garage. You can't complain. They're fantastic. Lift Academy has so many of these DA40 diamonds. You're going to see them everywhere. So there's one pulling off the runway. And what do you know? Another one right there too. So really cool to see that. Sun was in and out on this day too, so you're going to see some various shots. So there is one with the sun coming out. In a FlexJet Challenger 350 rolling down the runway. Really cool to get to capture this. Overall, looking really nice. Again, really good for all cameras, and overall, this is a great spot. I can't recommend it enough. It's on the north corner of the parking garage. Again, there's that Air Cargo 777. Super cool to get that and getting the right angle of it. There's another 175. You know that we'd love to see that. There's the 777. The FedEx hangar that's on the northeast side of the airport you just saw right there once it loads back, hopefully here pretty soon. Bunch of photos here, so it might take a moment. There we go. You can see here this hangar, and then they had a 757 and E300 out on this day, which I think is quite cool. And then we'll get back to some of the other aircraft we're looking at, like that FlexJet looking very nice right there, and the FedEx getting all after that. There's a beautiful Falcon just touching down right there. That one looks really nice, so very glad to get to capture the cool GA traffic. Also, the other runway was closed during this time, so it's really cool that all the air traffic is concentrated over on this runway, so that was certainly nice, not having to mess with all that during this whole plane spotting session. That parking garage is huge, so I would not want to be running back and forth down it to capture it. It's not quite as easy as other airports like Tulsa. But anyway, we'll put that on the shelf as we are trying to get this computer to load a little bit more efficiently. These photos haven't been loaded in a while, so it's understandable. Here's a gorgeous FlexJet Thenom taking off right there, looking very good as it rotates into the sky. Beautiful aircraft right there. And there's another Lift Academy Diamond. They have a very successful school there with flight, and overall they do a really good job with their aircraft. So very cool to get to see that aircraft right there. We'll see many more. The MCS, just trying to get as many good pictures as we can. This is a really cool Hawker of sorts, I think is what this is. I'm not exactly sure, but it's got some very cool stickers on it. So I think it says donate life on the tail right there. So that's a really cool capture. Definitely cool to get to see that. And the taxi backs are also really cool on this runway too, especially with the green grass. It looks quite nice. And here's a Citation right here looking very good. A CJ, I believe. That one's looking quite nice. very unique design and especially colors for this particular private jet. So overall looking fantastic. Also, if it pauses for a moment, it's not intentional, it's just how it's working. How about a SkyWest 175 at long last? Probably going to Chicago looking really good. And this is kind of a Northwest bowling shoe throwback with this private jet. I thought this one was quite cool to catch. So it says red on it. I'm not exactly sure who it's for, but yeah, it's certainly quite the unique livery here. And overall it looks really cool. So very cool to get to see that aircraft touching down here at Indianapolis, getting some sun on it as well. And here is another ERJ 175 for Republic Airways. They fly these everywhere to Newark, Washington Dulles, Chicago, everywhere for United, Delta, and American. So you're going to see many of those coming up here shortly. Southwest also has a very large presence here at IND as well, so you're going to see plenty of them. There's that Republic taxiback and another super cool private jet. I'm not exactly sure why the private jets were so crazy on this day, but a bunch of really cool ones, so you're seeing those throughout. Here's 281 Charlie Echo slowing down the runway. Delta also has a very nice establishment of Boeing 737s and ERJs, so much so that you can see a 737-900 heading out to Atlanta as a 737-800 comes in fully loaded with passengers from Atlanta. So I love the Atlanta push along with their other destinations. So here's 372 Delta Alpha slowing down on runway, I believe this is 5 right over here. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Anyway, looking very cool. And here's this really cool private jet once again. Really nice backdrop there. So Delta looking fantastic on this day. And there's that SkyWest United 175 blasting off for probably Chicago. I really like the shots that you can get with the scenery here. I think they look quite nice. Definitely will be working on these in the near future at some point. Definitely have a bunch of work that we can do on that. So overall looking really good. And again, Southwest has many flights. Their bank's coming up, so stay on the lookout for it. But nevertheless, you can just see how cool these shots can get with the fence and whatnot for these rotations. They do rotate quite, or go down the runway quite a ways. So overall, it's really cool. So looking really nice right there for that aircraft. And then, after plenty of shots of that, another Republic 175. What do you want to know? So literally they come in waves, and there goes that Delta Boeing 737-900ER blasting off again for Atlanta. So this aircraft looking very nice. I know the pole's getting away a little bit, but overall this is a really good location. Very good in the morning. Getting some sun on there. Looking very nice. I think it was like 12 p.m. in the afternoon at this point. Here's an Endeavor CRJ 900. Delta does fly other aircraft here, surprisingly, I know. Probably coming in from Detroit or Minneapolis, somewhere like that. And another 175. Allegiant also has a huge establishment here for their size, so you're going to see them a couple times. Here's their Airbus E320, I think going to Sarasota or Orlando, I believe. Really cool general aviation aircraft right there, a really good prop of sorts. So that one looks really nice. And we're actually to the end of this round of pictures already. Surprisingly, I think I kept the pace up a little too fast, so might slow it down just a little bit for next part, but let's just go ahead and get into that next part, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. And as you can see, here's the continuation of that beautiful prop right there. Really cool light. Again, there's that Delta and another very cool private jet, this time a Gulfstream G280 slowing down right there. So a bunch of really cool frames like I was alluding to. This aircraft particularly looking really nice with that beautiful livery. And overall, it's looking really great. So we certainly love to see that, don't we? And here's this Allegiant E320 blasting off. Love these Allegiants. They look quite nice. Sun was trying to peek out. It just sometimes didn't. And the light was honestly pretty good, so I wouldn't have minded it. But anyway, what can you do about it? It's not the end of the world. So still looking great with that Allegiant rotation. There's another Lift Academy Diamond. I know I missed a couple there when I was talking, but really pivotal asset to IND, and they're absolutely fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, how about this Learjet looking really nice, man? It was a really great day for BizJets, which was surprising, but hey, I'm not complaining at all. So really cool to get to see this one right here. I love the green and blue. That looks really cool with the black. Overall, quite a cool livery, and definitely approving of whoever decided that was going to be their livery. So that's really cool to see right there. And here's this Allegiant Air Airbus E320 with blank sharklets rolling out here with the clamshell. I'm just kidding. Here on runway 5 right. Gorgeous looking plane. I don't know what the sharklet was about, but as you can tell, it's just that one side. So I'm assuming a replacement part most likely, but really cool to get to catch this. So one comes in, one leaves. It's really efficient operation here for Allegiant. So really impressed with their operations, and overall really great to get to catch that one right there. So that was really cool. Here's this VisionJet blasting off as well. These are quite unique aircraft with the V shape, so they get the job done for whoever wants to operate them though, so that certainly does it. So looking good for that aircraft right there. Really cool angles that you can get at the Allegiant gate, so you can see it rolls right in front of your face right here into the gate, which is really cool in my opinion. So very cool to get to exhibit that. Another Republic 175, this time for American blasting off. You don't see American and Delta taxiing as much on this side, and United, because they all park on the other concourse, so you won't see them quite as much normally when both runways are operational. But as you can see right here, Both, only one is, so that's why we see them a little bit more. But looking good with some sunlight right there. That's quite nice. And then there's that private jet again. This is over the span of like 3 or 4 hours, or probably 3 hours or so. So you can see there's certainly quite a bit of traffic. I would say there's a plane every 5 minutes at least. So that's quite nice. But you can see really cool lighting right there. Overall, what a great looking private jet. Really good job by the person that designed that. And overall, it looks really nice. So certainly very glad to get to see that right there as we proceed through. So looking very good right there. And another Lift Academy diamond. This one's looking really good. Again, it's quite interesting how they have just a full-on army. They got to have at least 40 or 50 of these, but really good environment to train in here with this size of an airport. So overall, I think it's really good. Finally, an American mainline jet. This Airbus A321 is slowing in, I believe, coming in from Charlotte, which is one of the bigger hubs they operate to, of course, from IND. So that's quite nice. And finally, there's our Delta 175. We knew it was coming. Whether they fly to Boston, LaGuardia, JFK, they have quite a presence at IND. So really cool to notice that. Actually blasting off, rather, excuse me. And again, that's what I'm talking about. Some of them don't sneak around the taxiway and you don't see them, or I just missed pictures of them, one or the other. Here's the AAR facility for the ERJs. So you can, or sorry, this is the Republic Airways hangar, my bad. Another really cool component of IND. So here's a Delta 175 and two United 175s, or one's a 170. This might be 175. But anyway, really cool to get to see all those, and company blasting off right behind them. So that's really cool. A little wore out there on the frame, but hey, that's all right. This is a cool shot, so I'll have to work on some of these at some point. They look pretty sweet. And how about the Republic Airways house livery coming in right there? That's fantastic. So likely operating for American Airlines. Really cool that IND has all this real estate to work with their various companies, and the house livery gets to show up as well. So that looks really nice. Definitely a big fan of that, and overall that is super cool. So definitely glad to get to see that right here. And the 321 had to go all the way down with the full load, so that's what you're seeing. Taxing back in right here. The 321's an awesome jet. It's grown on me so much. The next 757, it is, and it's done a great job so far. So that's what we love to see right there. Another Diamond Academy. I was just taking shots for fun at that point. And here's the United 737-800. I do vividly remember this coming in from Denver, so that was quite nice. So very cool to get to see that at long last. And finally, some United mainline action, considering how big of an airport this is. Got to fly all that capacity. Enhanced wing on American 175 that I barely missed there, so apologies if that wasn't the prettiest shot in the world. Here's the Southwest 737-700 rolling out here, looking very nice. Overall, the 737-700 is a great looking plane, so definitely glad that Southwest gets to exhibit that in their fleet right here, so looking quite nice. And here's the NetJets aircraft rolling out right here, looking very good. This, I believe, is a Longitude. I'm not sure, but I don't know what it was with all these private jets. It was going crazy. Then right here, we have this beautiful Gulfstream. That is a great look here, 44XJ. Not sure. I think it's a G650ER. Could be wrong. Anyway, though, this is really nice. Sean needs to be here right now, no doubt about it. I don't think this was the, yeah, there's no way the race was on this weekend. Maybe it was, but I don't think it was. Anyways, though, as you can tell, private jets are coming in everywhere. Maybe it was. I can't remember, but certainly absolutely fantastic to see all the aircraft byproducts of that. And here's a gorgeous Gulfstream. I'm not sure if it's a 455, 550. But anyways, this aircraft looks quite terrific right there. 6'3", November Mike. They have really cool liveries, so definitely glad to get to see all these. I love those thrust reverses as well. They look quite nice. And then here's a little hint for what's to come in Cincinnati right here. So I'll just give you this primer to finish it off. Overall, this primer is looking absolutely fantastic right there, and very excited for our Cincinnati plane spotting session, which will be coming up very soon. So I really hope each and every one of you are looking forward to it. It was a really fun time. We have some really cool videos coming from this trip as well, including a trip to MTS Aviation Models. Then we also have a trip to the Dayton Air Force Museum that you saw a little glimpse of right there with that one picture. And overall, it's going to be a great time. So I really hope each and every one of you are looking forward to it. It's going to be an absolute blast, but plane spotting at IND is super fun. And we'll have another session actually on the crosswind runway, if you can believe that, coming up here in the near future as well. And then we'll have some fun flights coming back from this trip too. So I really hope all of you are excited for all this. We have a bunch of super fun content ahead, and I'm really excited to break it down. And I hope each and every one of you are as well. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.